Welcome to Hypno Life with Dr. William Deihl and Dr. Jennifer Couldry.
Hey.
Good morning.
Good morning. Happy Saturday.
Yeah, happy Saturday. Welcome back to our Hypno Life. I'm Dr. William Deihl.
And I'm Dr. Jennifer Couldry from the Doc Hypnosis Wellness Center. You can find us at 602-314-1907.
Or just come and check us out on our website, dochypnosis.com. And today we have an interesting topic.
Yes, we do. We're going to be talking about addiction.
You had some great stats on that. We've been talking about it over breakfast. I think sometimes we have some heated conversations over breakfast about our topic of the day.
We do, and I think part of that is an endeavor, right, to share with you guys important information in a way that's approachable and that is interesting, because we could sit up here, for the next hour and just list a bunch of stats to you, and though I know, and though some of the data freaks like me might find that really fascinating, that's not the core of it, right? But I will throw out a few things for you.
I've never heard you call yourself a data freak before, but okay, if that's your freak, go for it.
You know the truth. It's all good. So just to let you guys know, in 2024 to 2025, 21.2 million adults suffered from mental health and substance use disorder.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. And realize that addiction is just more than just, a lot of people, when we say it, people think of alcohol or drugs, but it's so much more than that. There's 50% of us will have some form of an addiction. If it's some addiction to TV, video games, addiction to social media, addiction to sex or other things.
Yeah. Any pattern, I think, that you have created in your life, in your subconscious as well, to help you deal with difficult things. I think one of the things that we found the most interesting when we were looking up more information on this specific topic was that a lot of people don't fall into addiction just from a lack of willpower or just being reckless. A lot of the time it is to try to cover up or navigate or deal with very difficult things in their life, whether it was abuse or trauma or any other really hard things that we go through.
And you might think about it, and you might be suffering with addiction or knowing someone that is suffering from some form of addiction. But one of the fascinating things, they actually said 90 to 95% of the individuals that have an addiction is suffering some form of trauma or trying to get away from something. 90 to 95%.
Right.
And that's huge.
Yeah.
And then we can realize that, and I think one of my favorite phrases that we were talking about, we came up with, was that addiction is hard to fight because it is a subconscious problem, and everybody's out there is trying to fight it with a conscious mind.
Right.
So that's where our power come in. That's where we work with other therapies and become a super strong form of change for individuals and have them start to look at things, the anxiety that they're going through, or the trauma that they had gone through, or the stress, or the factors that occur to individuals. So that's some of the neatest things that we were coming and doing research, even though. Go ahead.
Oh, no, I was just going to say, you specifically mentioned, too, that it is actually, it's a form of a loop, right? And it has to do with a trigger, the behavior, the reward that you get, whether it's not having to be in so much pain, emotionally, at least for a brief time, right? And then it's the repeat of that process. So that's what addiction is in a nutshell. Yeah.
And it's nice to break it down to that trigger, behavior, reward, and repeat. That's what individuals get into, and what that does is literally rewrites your brain, rewrites your synapses, where you actually become less dependent and find less pleasure in life because you get into this nasty loop of going over and over and over again.
Right, it lights up those same areas of the brain, and it also deregulates things that you do need, like healthy judgment, right? Being able to make, mean, for lack of a better way to say it, to being able to make a good choice for yourself, right? And it's also easier if you're not in a heightened state of stress or emotional just distress. It can be easier, obviously, to make a choice that's better for you when you're not feeling that additional level of anxiety and pressure. And I think it's important to call out that asking for support is not weakness.
Oh, God, no. It's not weakness. It's something that we all, at least 1 out of 2 are going through. And it be out there. I think sometimes people of success go through it.
Oh, yeah.
And they don't. I'm thinking about the individuals that have come to me and have had addictions, and they're going through it. A lot of times it's parents bringing in their children or very highly successful people.
Right.
Anywhere where they've been working with maybe Kratom. I know that's something you can buy in a smoke shop, but it's very highly addictive.
Highly addictive, yeah.
You have individuals that will do cocaine or crystal or fentanyl or whatever.
Yeah, there's a
and
lot.
each of them is a different exploration. But we also deal with addiction, Dr. Couldry and myself, when we're dealing with someone with smoking or eating. All
Yes.
those are different forms of addiction, and it's really something that is something that we're going to be taking a deep dive in today. And we want individuals, if you have questions, to reach out to us. You can call us here at the station at 602-277-KFNX, or if you don't have those little letters on your phone, it's 602-277-5369. And you can ask us questions online, or better yet, if you don't and can't and don't have time for a phone, reach out now and do a message. You can IM us through Facebook, or they can call us at our office at 602-314-1907. We're here for you to answer the questions and get people the help they definitely need.
Definitely. And I think a lot of times too, you mentioned like high-performing individuals. Addiction does affect people in all different socioeconomical brackets, right? It's not just something that a certain population is only struggling with. And I think in higher levels of success, it can be harder for people to ask for help. Also because there's this perceived notion that, oh, well, you're really successful. How could you be having that much of a problem? I mean, is it really a problem if you're doing so well?
And a lot of people don't reach out to you because you're highly successful, where you go, no one really asks you, are you okay? They go, oh, he's constant,
fine,
he's
yeah.
fine, or she's fine.
Yeah.
They're just,
Right?
they're workaholics. And by the way,
That's a
you
form
can-
of addiction too.
There's a form of addiction there. It's thank God I met Dr. Couldry, because she was able to start breaking me away from my work addiction. I used to work 7 days a week,
You did.
8 days a week, 25 hours a day. That's what I
You
used to
did.
do.
Yeah.
But now I've cut that back to 7 days a week and 24 hours. So it's so much better that way. To be able to help individuals on a daily basis is really what we want to do. We want to take them and demystify the mental health today and talk about addiction. So once again, what we're talking about is not just drugs. We're
Right.
talking about, smoking, eating, watching TV,
Any behavior
social
that's going to
media
be,
addiction.
detrimental to you and your psyche, right? It's a huge, prevalent concern in the world, and we're here to talk about it today.
And we're going to give you tools today, too. We're going to give you tools to help you reduce your stress, help create a sense of relief, and, and make that a familiar feeling. And so the other feelings that a lot of people are going through.
I agree.
We're going on to break.
Yeah.
You've been listening to Hypno Life. This is Dr. William Deihl.
And I'm Dr. Jennifer Couldry from the Doc Hypnosis Wellness Center.
You can reach us at 602-314-1907. This is dochypnosis.com. You're listening to us on 1100 KFNX, the pulse of Arizona.
We'll be right back. This is important. important. This
Yeah.
segment 8 here. I want to talk about this when you come back. What's the story you're telling yourself to prevent the change?
Yeah, I love that. Yep, we on a break right now, guys, that you're watching us, and thank you. I see a
Thank
lot
you
of
for
hearts
being
are
here.
coming our way, so thank you. Facebook, I don't know if you're sending us hearts. That's okay, sorry.
You're in the back of the room, but we love you too.
We give you a hug anyways.
Oh man, that's funny. Yeah, working it through, working it through. We got Caleb in the booth today, rocking and rolling.
Yes, Caleb is here. What, next week, what is next week again?
That is the brain. Your brain.
Oh, memory.
Changing, yeah.
Yes.
Your brain is changing as you age.
Yeah. What were we talking about? Memory. Wow.
Sorry, that's really funny. Oh man.
That reminds me, I used to tell a joke all the time. I read a book on speed reading, but I never finished the book because it took me too long to read it.
No.
So, so I'm looking forward to next week's one because I'm going to be learning some stuff to remember.
He'll
So
remember to tell you about it next week.
Yeah, next week we'll talk about that. But we're still talking about addiction. So if you guys can reach out
Yeah.
and
We need to share this phone number, by the way.
oh yeah, we'll do that twice.
Yeah.
I want to do it
When we come back.
when we come back.
Good stuff. Yeah. Man. Yeah.
I know, dead time. We do that. Sometimes we have to gather our thoughts together.
Oh my
But
gosh.
we're going to be back in
Yeah.
about one more minute.
This is the thing too, that your brain can treat addiction like survival.
Yes.
The same, yeah. Okay, we're going to talk about this in a second too.
Oh
but
yeah, we have a lot of
The
stuff.
same brain circuits. I wanna mention, the same brain circuits used for food and
that's-
water get hijacked.
That's some good stuff
So the
here.
brain will prioritize that over everything
But I
else.
also want to give that question. Where's that question? I want
That's
to
my
do.
question.
No, my question. What can I do? Why can't I stop?
Okay, but I want my question.
Well, your question's important. It's all about your question, not my question.
Wow. He really likes me, I promise.
I love her. She's the best. Now we have on film and
I know,
and
right?
radio.
You picking on me. That's awesome. Save that one. Put that in a clip. What?
What?
Play it at our 50-year anniversary.
That's right. We're coming back.
Oh, yay. Hey, here we go. Yeah. Hey, welcome back.
Welcome back.
We're happy to have you here with us today. This is Hypno Life, and today we're talking about addiction. I'm Dr. Jennifer Couldry.
And I'm Dr. William Deihl with from the Doc Hypnosis Wellness Center. You can reach us at 602-314-1907.
Or dochypnosis.com. And today, as we mentioned, we're talking about addiction. And I'll preface a question for you. If you are struggling with substances or behaviors or patterns that you would like to change in your life, here's the question for you. What is the story that you are telling yourself to prevent you from making that change?
Ooh, yeah, I'd say that one more time.
Yes. What is the story that you are telling yourself to prevent you from making that change? Oftentimes we have folks that will come in that are looking for help, but they're not really sure it's a problem. So is that the story you're telling yourself? You know, is it a problem? If it is, let's talk about it, right? What is it that you are getting out of doing that pattern, right? What is it really giving you? I mean, if it's only covering stuff up, you're not addressing the core issue, and Dr. Deihl talks about that often with your clients as well.
Oh yeah, I'm always looking for the core issue, trying to get down to the nitty gritty. Because a lot of people say to themselves, why can't I stop? And whys create lies. And I'm going to say that again, whys create lies.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of times when we're being raised, at least by my father, he was a Marine, and I knew I didn't want to get the belt. He was going to, he asked me why. I was coming up with a story. And we still do those storytelling to ourselves today of why can't I stop? Well, don't ask why. Ask yourself this simple subconscious question. What is the behavior doing for me?
Right.
And how do we replace it?
Yeah.
You know,
And I would even preface that to, what am I hiding from?
ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, what are you hiding from?
What are you hiding from? I mean, sometimes at night, even now, I have very anxious feelings in the evening. And I have to remind myself, you know, I'm a grown adult, right? I'm safe. I'm not in an environment where I need to be on alert or afraid, right? So what am I hiding from? There's nothing here to be, you know, concerned with. So in the realm of addiction, right, what am I hiding from? Am I hiding from guilt or from feelings of pain?
Or shame?
Yeah.
You know, a lot of times with addictions, that feeling of shame comes with them. They've been hiding it. They've been keeping it a secret.
Yeah.
And, you know, these are things that we have to address. Even with smoking, I have met a lot of individuals that we work with, and they go and say, oh, my husband doesn't know I smoke. My kids don't know I smoke.
Right.
And they have this sense of shame about it. Well, guess what? I can go and hypnotize you, give a suggestion all day long saying you're not a smoker.
Mm-hmm.
But if we don't address the main problem,
Right.
they're going to go back to it next time they're stressed.
Exactly. And that's actually one of the points in here that it mentioned in some of our documentation that we have. It talks about how cravings can be triggered years later. So you
From
can be
stressful interactions?
precisely,
Or
yes. Even after long periods of sobriety, a smell, a place, an emotional state can reactivate those intense cravings due to a stored memory association.
unless you work on that memory. Unless you
Yes.
work on that problem.
Well, yeah, and that's very true. I'm not negating what
Yeah.
you say. That is 100% true. You can work through it. You can work through it to find a better, healthier way of approaching it. And then when it does come up again, you have some tools available to you. So you don't have to just respond from a purely, you know, reactionary space. You can really give yourself a little bit of time to breathe, to leave the room. I think you even mentioned in here, there's something in the paperwork about how a craving lasts for approximately 10 to 20 minutes.
Yes, and they'll come. And I promise you, cravings will come. Those urges will come, show up on you. And you wait 10 or 20 minutes, and what happens is it dies down. But let me say something. Cravings come in waves.
Mm-hmm.
They'll keep on coming back and going up and down, and that's where we need to direct that mind, or give you tools to help you direct your mind someplace else so you can take charge of your life again. You know, and this is true with cravings with other things.
Oh, I agree. And you had mentioned too here that addiction really is, there's 4 different things tied to it, right? There's the behavior, okay?
Yes.
Whether it's the smoking or the drink at night so you can relax or whatever it is. There's the behavior. There's the emotional driver, right?
Yes.
So what is it that's pulling you toward it? Is it just wanting to be numb, to not feel? You know, what is it, right? What is it that's causing it, right? What am I hiding from? That comes back to that.
Right.
What am I hiding from? And then there's the nervous system state. I mentioned at night being really anxious and not able to kind of relax, right? So how can you help yourself calm down? You know, what things can you do to ensure that you can reach better equilibrium, like a hot bath or whatever it is for you? And then the 4th thing is the identity behind it.
Yeah, what is driving this behavior? It's not the substance itself, it's the emotion that you're trying to hide.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, there is a dual factor. You do need to work on the cravings, the nicotines, because the alcohol, the drugs themselves, the dopamine dump that occurs, we need to address that, but we also need to address the emotions behind it, the feelings behind it, the drivers. And that's really where the hypnosis comes in.
This one here, too, also specifically talks about noticing your triggers without judgment.
Oh my God, don't judge yourself. Everybody goes through through some form of addiction in their lifetime.
Oh, that's the truth of it. Yeah, it's not a moral failing, like all on its own, right? It's not just
It's not that you're too strong.
Yeah,
or you're not strong
too weak.
enough.
Yeah, you're too weak. You can't handle your cravings or whatever. That's only one small piece of it. Once you can realize what it is that's driving it, then you have more power over it, right? Instead of it controlling you, right? You realize it's a signal. It's not a command, it's a signal.
And if you use it as a signal, you then can do something simple to interrupt that pattern. As I stuttered through that word. Interrupt that pattern. Just anything slightly interrupt you, to kind of turn on some music, you dance a little bit, maybe go grab a glass of water, whatever you need to do to kind of drive that pattern interrupt and replace it. Don't try to remove it. Try to replace it with something healthy. Because your body is looking for something, some type of action to help you start moving into that right direction. And then you can regulate your body.
Yes.
And some of the easiest things to regulate your body is to, my God, take a breath.
Oh yes, please breathe.
Hey, I tried not to breathe once.
Oh man,
We were talking about that. We were talking about that last night, and it did not work well. Thank God they got me back. But taking time and just taking that breath in and letting it out. Maybe going outside. Take off your shoes. Put your feet on the grass.
Yeah.
There is a lot of scientific information on grounding, and I know that they just talked about maybe a drug that can help with addictions that they're introducing. They just signed an executive order on that, but realize that it's going to still take years to go through the process. Now they're starting to study it and get out there. It's a step in the right direction, but let's work on the really what the driver is. Because what happens is everybody goes, I have an addictive personality. No, you don't. You have an addiction that's jumping from one problem.
You're changing one to the next. Yeah,
to the next.
Exactly. Yeah, you're replacing it, right? Which is why sometimes people stop smoking and they start eating more, or they stop, they stop drinking and they start doing something else. But yeah, it's all tied together, right? What am I hiding from? Find that out, and then you can make a plan of action that's best for you. There's a help number I want to share with you guys.
Oh, please.
It's a national rehabilitation hotline. This one is for Arizona specifically. It's 1-866-210-1301, or you can look online at nationalrehabhotline.org.
That's fantastic. And this, once again, you need the help. We can do it. We're just as good as cognitive behavioral therapy and other things, but the secret is, if you are doing CBT, you are doing talk therapy, you combine it with hypnosis, you combine it with clinical sound therapy, they actually say that it can improve it by 30 to 70%. In some cases, out of the 18 studies I read, there are actually some areas that we double the success rate.
Right.
So, guys, let's
huge.
use all the tools. It's not just one thing. You're listening to Hypno Life. I'm Dr. William Deihl.
And I'm Dr. Jennifer Couldry from Doc Hypnosis Wellness Center. You can reach us at 602-314-1907.
Or just go to dochypnosis.com. You're listening to us on 1100 KFNX, the Pulse of Arizona. And after the break, we're going to give you some tools to help with that addiction. Woo! Halfway through.
Oh, jeez. Like, no.
We got a little passionate on that one.
There's
Oh my
stuff,
God.
There's stuff to share, man. There's so much to share. Yeah, there's a lot,
There is a lot.
Yeah.
How's it going? I overheard that you were giving the number for the control room during the show. Like, if we get a caller, do you want me to just take a message on a note for you guys, or do you want the caller to go on the air?
I'm putting it away.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, put it through.
I've never done a caller on that, so that's going to be fun.
Okay, I mean, yeah, I can just I have a button to like talk to you guys through the headphones. I could let you guys know like that if like a caller wants to go on the air.
Sure.
Or I can just come in and give you guys a note with it.
Yeah, either way, we're cool
Yeah,
with it.
that's
All right.
fine. I'm
Yeah,
happy.
we'll go with the flow.
All right.
All right.
That'd be cool.
I'm having fun. Hey, I hope you're having fun.
I am.
By the way, there's brownies and cookies in that back room.
Okay, thank you
Yeah,
so much.
Good
good deal.
Caleb is fantastic.
Yay, Caleb.
Yeah, he is awesome. So after the break, what you want to do? Time to plan. Which you know there's
So
certain
you can
things.
throw it off. Just kidding.
I can throw it off. You heard it here first, guys. Oh my God.
We talked about this one.
She's
right?
going to hit me later. All right? I'm going to do something. She'll smack me.
No.
I want you guys all push record at that moment. All right? I want
Blackmail
film
for later.
evidence.
Blackmail for later. Well, you talked about this already. We talked
No, I
about that
didn't.
already.
No, I
Yeah, we
didn't.
did.
We can repeat. Rinse and repeat. They're going to be repeating.
Okay, we have a lot. We don't need to repeat.
I'm looking for, we had,
Here, this one's kind of nice to break the cycle. Here, I'll skip over these. We talked about how it can shift forms. Oh, that's interesting to know, that statistic.
Which
you know
one?
me and my data.
I love you and your
90
data.
to 95% of behavior is subconscious.
we can do that.
I'm going to talk about some of this. This one. This is important. Here we can talk about this right here about the cycle, how to break the cycle. Instead of trigger, stress, behavior, relief, repeat.
Oh, it's on 3. I was looking for it.
Yep, trigger, awareness, regulation, new response, right? So you're interrupting the pattern is what you're doing. Right here, under 3. Together they break the cycle.
72. My 3 is different than your 3. How's that possible?
It's a different 3.
Wait, stop putting
It's
different 3s
probably
in
this
there.
3. After
Oh
that
my
page.
God, there's a 3 over here? There's 3s everywhere. Get the 3 out of here. Okay.
He still can't find it.
Still. She's giving me crap. Oh my God. What the hell? I'm taking a nap, but I am not speaking anymore.
You're like, I'm taking a nap.
I'm not doing this
Okay, I
anymore.
got it.
Carmen.
I got it. You
From
just
here on out,
snooze. You
I'm just
snooze over
snooze
there.
on all the way through. I want to make sure there was something I wanted to say.
Uh-oh.
And I can't remember now. You disturbed my thought.
He only had one and I disturbed it.
Yes, only have one. That's why we're doing next week on memory. I remembered that. Good.
Next week.
We need to make sure we tell people that.
The brain.
The brain. The
Your
brain.
brain.
Whoa.
How your brain
Pinky on the
changes.
brain.
How your brain changes as you
Pinky on the
age
brain.
and memory, right? Memory and navigating that fun stuff. What? It's 82 degrees.
Oh.
Hey, it's us. We're coming back. I hear our intro. Boom, boom, boom. Yay. Hey, welcome back, everybody.
Welcome back to Hypno Life.
Yeah.
I'm Dr. William Deihl.
And I'm Dr. Jennifer Couldry. We are from the Doc Hypnosis Wellness Center. You can reach us at 602-314-1907.
We're talking about addiction.
We are.
And you know, a lot of people go through a pattern where they go, I know it's hurting me,
Right.
but I can't
How
stop.
can I change it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Or I can't change it.
I
or,
can't.
Man, we've heard, can we just say from a personal perspective, we have heard some very interesting ways that people will describe their relationship to these substances, whether it
Oh
be
my God,
nicotine
yes.
or gambling or anything else, right? I had a client refer to alcohol as a warm hug.
I had a client that actually referred to a cigarette as their lover. And
Ooh.
that was
There you
interesting.
go.
I'm like, wow. But we were able to make them a non-smoker.
Yeah, because okay, obviously that's not a sustainable relationship, right? You and a cigarette or you and alcohol. And if you think about it, I think we even talked about this too, like a lover or a friend or anyone that would give you a warm hug wouldn't want to be systematically destroying you.
Yeah, trying to kill you.
Yeah, exactly.
And
So 90 to 95% of behavior is subconscious, folks.
90 to 95 subconscious, and we can help with that.
Yes.
You know, and a lot of people don't understand. You know, Dr. Couldry and I, you know, started doing research in this and working with both what we do, and we've actually been able to double our success rate, double other therapy success rates by combining what we do, because she really helps calm down and slow down the nervous system. And nothing changes in stress.
No.
Nothing's changes.
Yeah, right, you can't. How can you make a lasting change or an effective change in your life if you are in a heightened state of just, you know, I mean, unable to even focus?
That was a fun little scream right there.
Sorry.
But yeah, no, you're not going to make a change. It's like having a cramp in your leg. You're going to try to make a change in that cramp of the leg and try to tense up that leg again. No,
Yeah.
What you're going to do is relax it down and then make the change. Go get that water, go get that electrolytes to help it stop. That's really the power of what you do.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, clinical sound therapy, neuroacoustic therapies, right, with frequency and vibration, the most profound effect that they have on you is that they don't need words. All you need to do is just be. And your nervous system will respond, your body will respond, sometimes well before your mind can catch up, which I find fun to watch personally. I liked it. I like to watch people. I can physically see when a person reaches a state of relaxation. There are visible markers, like all of a sudden your shoulders are lower. You know,
Yeah, the neck gets longer.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like, oh, you're taller. You know, somebody's hands that are all clasped really tight, all of a sudden they're loose, and maybe they're down by their side. Maybe they kick off their shoes, right? All of these things are ways and little hints for me to know that your nervous system is responding to what is happening in that room, and we're helping to shift your brain into a calmer state.
And really, we talked about it before the break. We talked about what addiction is a trigger, a stress, a behavior, relief, and then repeat.
Yes.
And we are now, you know, showing and help re-identify that trigger and bringing awareness, regulation, and we repeat that instead.
And then you find a new response, right?
Yes.
So when it comes up again, it's not like, oh my God, I'm so anxious, I can't handle this, I had a horrible day, I'm totally opening that bottle of whatever, right? It's, oh my God, this is horrible, you know, I had a horrible day, I'm gonna go, I don't know, paint. I'm gonna go run around the block or go to the gym and pound it out on the treadmill, you know, just something else. Give yourself something else that you can do on a consistent basis. Until you can change that pattern, right?
100%, because those urges, those wants will come in waves. And those waves are just like the ocean, they'll keep on coming. But it's something you have to be vigilant in. And that pattern gets rewritten, because that's what happens. It's not that someone's weak. They actually have changed their brain chemistry, changed their way of the dopamine release, and we actually need to retrain the brain.
Yeah, because addiction, by its very nature, reinforces that habit, right? It's teaching your brain, do this again. It matters. It feels good, right? I'm able to not feel something I don't want to feel that may be difficult. And it physically changes neural pathways, okay? Especially in areas tied to decision making, your impulse control and your reward center. This is why people have such a hard time changing it. You can't just do it overnight, you know?
But it can happen faster than you think when you bring in everything you need. I'm interrupted.
No, I'm sorry. I was just absorbing what you were saying. I wasn't upset or anything. But yeah, no, I totally agree. It can't happen overnight, but you do need to make the change and set yourself up for success as much as you can, right? Reach out to the people that are really there for you, and know that if you are serious about stopping an addiction, you may very well need to look at the people in your life and decide whether or not they're going to help you on that journey or hinder you. And a lot of times I've found in my own life, through my family and friends too, that once you do get to the point to make that decision, you may lose some people. You may lose some people in your life who no longer want to be part of it because you're no longer the life of the party or the guy with all the stuff in his pocket or whatever, right? But they never really wanted what was best for you.
They just wanted the stuff in the pocket.
They just wanted to get high or whatever. I mean, no,
That's
it's true, though.
a
Okay?
harsh truth, but
It's
someone
true.
has to say it.
Yeah, I had a client who chose their dealer to be in the room when they delivered their children over their own family. So addiction will make you do some very, very interesting things that if you had more of a clear head and a better support network, you would never choose that, right?
And let's talk, we're talking to, almost like we're talking to the individuals that have the addiction themselves.
Yeah.
And we're doing that because they're the ones that have to make the choice.
Oh, yeah.
I've helped people for the last 20 years. I've helped as I've seen friends and family go through forms of addiction. And something we cannot make them change. I'll say that one more time. We cannot make them change. They have to say, I want to change. I've had parents bring in their children and talk to me and work with me. But it's sometimes, we're working on belief systems and trying to get past that and get that leverage in that child to help them want to make that change,
Right.
instead of doing and getting them to the change.
And what is the story, right? What is the story that you were telling yourself to prevent making that change? And as Dr. Deihl mentioned, we can't change it for you. Just like the people that we love in our lives, where we wish we could make difficult choices for them or save them from pain or things that they're going to experience in their life. We can't do it for you, but we'll be there with you.
Yeah, every
We
step
will
of the
help
way.
you fight. We'll pick up the sword and the shield with you, and we will go into the fray. Like we will help you repair yours too. If your shield is broken and you're not sure how to patch it, that's part of what we do at Doc Hypnosis.
We fix those shields. And going back to that I give a good example. I actually had a boyfriend and girlfriend come in for fentanyl. And after 2 sessions, he was fentanyl free. She didn't want to stop, and it actually took a lot more sessions to help her make that belief change and then get off the fentanyl. So is it possible? Yes, but we work better with other therapies. Anybody comes at Doc Hypnosis, I usually ask, do you have a support line? Do you have someone you can connect with? Are you part of AA or NA or any organization that you could reach out to individuals when those waves hit in the middle of the night? So by working with those, and they actually have been seen, you can actually look online if you want, combining hypnotherapy, combining clinical sound therapy with what we do, with what those talk therapists do, what those support programs do, we have an increase anywhere from 30 to 70% more success rates, more chances of change. And I think that's the key. That's the key of really changing things, is that stop thinking it's one thing. It's never one thing. Talk therapy is not the end all. I'm going to say it here, and it's coming from my voice. Hypnosis is not the end all.
No.
It is a combination of working together and working with that person to make the change.
Yeah, and
we
what
can
tools,
do it faster.
Yeah, what tools work for you, right? Sometimes, and even in our therapy sessions as well at the Doc Hypnosis Wellness Center, sometimes we will have a full-on session that's mostly just clinical sound, where there isn't even really any talking involved. It's more absorbing and regulating your nervous system. Or we have a session where you're going deep into more speaking, more talking about trauma to let out some of these things in a safe environment. And then you may have one that combines everything together. We will work with you for what will work the best for you to get where you want to go.
But it's been proven time and time again, as I said, 18 different studies. They actually show that we can sometimes increase people's success rate and or get the addiction out 2 times, 3 times faster than just one thing by itself. And we want you to have the best success rate possible to help you make a change, to help you get to the healthier life that you deserve. This is Hypno Life. I'm Dr. William Deihl.
And I'm Dr. Jennifer Couldry from the Doc Hypnosis Wellness Center. You can reach us at 602-314-1907.
Or go to dochypnosis.com. You're listening to us on 1100 KFNX, the pulse of Arizona. Woo!
Good stuff.
All right, you were starring stuff when I was talking. There's so much
okay.
stuff. There's so much stuff we want to share.
It's all good. I just don't want to interrupt your flow when you've got like
No,
really
we're good
stuff going on.
What you want to hit? There's certain things. Let's bring it home.
Yeah.
Last segment.
Yeah, there's some stuff to talk about how people underestimate the emotional withdrawal, right?
Yes.
That's
feeling the loss.
Yeah. It is. It's almost going through a grief process, right?
Yeah.
Because, especially if you've been hiding from something, for example, we said, what am I hiding from, right? If you've been hiding from some serious emotional crap, for lack of a better way to say it, it's going to take a bit to navigate that. You have to give yourself some grace and hold some space for yourself.
100%.
Talk to good friends that have your back.
Talk to bad friends. No, don't talk to bad friends.
Whatever. Yeah. Oh, I don't know if you wanted to talk about the rat park thing.
Oh my God, yeah, because that's actually...
It's a cool experiment.
Yeah, it's a very cool
It's
experiment.
fun.
Thank you for bringing that up.
Yeah. I was looking at it and I kept wanting to call it the Rat Pack, but that's something...
Yeah, I did too. When I first read it, I read it as the Rat Pack. It's called the Rat Park.
It's a Rat Park.
Yeah, and it's a fascinating study. So we'll be talking after the break.
It was an experiment with
about
rats. Believe it, yeah.
So you might want
rats.
to check that out.
Yeah.
So I'm going to let you kind of lead off where you want to go, and then I can just veer us off completely.
Sounds about right.
It's about. Oh my God, she's talking crap again, guys. I have to put up with this every. I was going to say every week.
Like, this is horrible.
I actually put up with this
for all
every
the
day.
time.
We really don't. I don't think in the last 3 years we've had any time away.
No.
We're always together. And it's freaking awesome. I'm sorry.
I hope you were going to say awesome after that.
I coughed. Sorry. Sorry, I cussed on. It wasn't on air.
It was on the air.
It was not on air. I'm safe.
FCC won't come and get you. I don't think Facebook cares.
Hopefully Facebook doesn't. Well, I censored it halfway through.
Or TikTok.
And then
Man.
this guy's screaming.
10 to 20 minutes, guys.
10 to that's it. 10. Oh, you read the same thing I was looking at.
That's funny that you were looking at the deal. Like
yeah, but
10 to
because
20
I looked down and it said, read urge as ugly. So it was like, what?
10 to 20 uglies
20.
per minute.
What the hell is that?
That's how it goes. Kayla's giving us the, we're going back.
Coming back.
Here we go. What? Hey, welcome back. This is
Welcome
Dr.
back.
Couldry.
And this is Dr. William Deihl.
We're from the Doc Hypnosis Wellness Center. You can reach us at 602-314-1907. And today we're talking about addiction. And I wanted to mention to you all that people often underestimate the emotional withdrawal when you are fighting addiction or deciding to make any type of major change in your life, whether it be a relationship, food, job, or identity, right? All of these things create this nervous system turmoil, and it's natural for you to feel anxiety, irritability, emptiness, and even identity confusion, right?
I think you said it's a form of grief.
It is.
Because you feel like you're losing out. You may be losing. You're not hanging out with the same people.
That's hard.
You're refining your identity.
That's difficult.
So there's many different aspects that need to be looked at. They just say, "Oh, I want to stop this."
Right, and realizing too that people that you thought were your friends are maybe indeed not. and that's okay. You know, that's okay. You need to do what you need to do to get right with yourself, and if that means letting some people go from your life, then you let them go, okay? You just go on, because there's going to be new people, there's going to be new experiences and adventures that are just around the corner. Just be kind to yourself. Give yourself room to just recover and to, recalibrate with what you need.
Let those people in. There was actually a fascinating study called the Rat Park.
Yeah.
It was actually done in the 1970s. They actually just dropped a TED Talk about because they redid the experiment. And what they did was they took and put cocaine in water. And the lonely rats, or the non-social rats, would prefer the drug-laced water than the regular water.
Right. Even over food.
Even over food.
Yep.
But when the animals were actually introduced to a social environment, had more interactions, more
had food and things they could play on and friends, right?
They actually started avoiding that situation.
Yeah, they would choose not to have it, right?
The drug-laced water.
Yeah.
So it's fascinating. So really, you have to look at addiction in a different way, and approach it a different way as, a conscious thought, and start thinking about what is unconsciously happening within you.
Right, yeah. What is, again, what am I hiding from, right? What's that underlying thing? What am I getting out of this at this moment? Even just finding out, what is my trigger, right? Maybe you're perfectly fine until it's late at night, until the day is over and your mind starts trying to run through things that you've been hiding from all day. Maybe that's your trigger. So what things can you do for yourself to help approach that in a more healthy way?
And, we keep on talking about triggers and talking about things coming up. Why do we keep on doing that? Because willpower fatigue is real.
Oh, God, yes.
It happens. Unless you know what's causing the problem, knowing what the trigger is, that's when willpower, you don't need it anymore.
Right.
What happens is you can direct that energy towards something else, and actually use that energy of that want into a positive energy, and to a change.
And it's okay to ask for help in that moment, right? There's a reason that people have sponsors. There's a reason that people have, friends that they call when they're, just feeling emotionally super low, Not everybody has family they can reach out to. That's okay. You have those people. There are some people in your life, especially if you've cultivated those relationships. And if you don't have them, don't down on yourself, okay? Those people will be there. They will be there. You just, like you mentioned, Dr. Deihl mentioned, you have to be brave. You have to be brave and cultivate new relationships with people that are living the type of life that you would like to have, okay? If you want to be more active, then start getting online with groups that do, group outings, group hikes, things like that. Get yourself out in nature. Nature is a great healer.
Yeah, I had a client that would go almost every weekend for a hike and just re-regulate their system to help calm themselves down, to help them be able to focus and you could literally see a difference with them. I had a chance to see them, one time at the beginning of the week and, before the weekend, before they went on the hike. And you could see the difference in that individual's energy and how they approach things. So this is really, we can say, hey, we can wave a magic wand. And I do have one in my office, but it costs 10 times as much to use. But but it's really an exploration that we're going on, exploration on an individual basis, that we're helping people make a shift and helping. And you can do that exploration yourself.
Yeah.
You can do that exploration by asking those questions.
My gosh, definitely. And, can we just clarify, too, that you're not alone, okay? I think it was, I've got my stat here, 21.2 million adults suffered from mental health and substance use disorder in 2024 to 2025. So, there's a lot of friends out there that have gone through similar things or are also about to go through them themselves. We want you to know you're not broken, okay? Your brain adapted to be able to survive in a scenario that you were given or that you lived in. But now you can help it adapt differently, and we can help guide you on that journey.
And it's a step-by-step basis.
Yeah,
It's something
it's a process,
that you
right?
can just take a chance to take a breath in, even starting today, and making decision. Take a breath in. Just notice where that urge, that pull is. And instead of fighting it, just ask yourself, what do I actually need right now? You know, maybe it's interaction, maybe it's support, maybe it's love, maybe it's something else. And allow your mind to begin to find a better answer. That's all, you know, that's how it starts today.
Definitely. And set yourself up for as much success as you can. For example, if you have, you know, problems or addictions with food, stock your house with some healthy food, okay? Don't sabotage yourself, right? Put healthy things that are easy to get to, quick to find, you know, make it a little more inconvenient, right? To go get the ice cream or whatever you might have a concern with. I know for me, like, I have to not have those things in my house, because if they're there, that's all I'm gonna eat. So, you know, you can't live on potato chips alone, although I've tried before in my life. Anyway, it's just things to consider, right? Set yourself up for success, and as much as you can, be your own ally.
And if you are fighting and suffering or know someone, we gave out some phone numbers earlier on in a segment, and those numbers are?
Yeah, there's some support networks available to you. There's the National Rehab Hotline.org, or the Arizona phone number for folks in Arizona directly is 1-866-210-1303. And you can, of course, also reach out to us at Doc Hypnosis. Our phone number is 602-314-1907.
Or you can go to dochypnosis.com and just do a email, contact us, and just fill out a form. We usually give a call back within an hour, no more than 24 hours. We try to get back to individuals as fast as possible, because we know it's a sense of urgency. It's something that you need to do, and we can help you rewrite those subconscious patterns, relax your system down, and also even direct you to maybe other support groups or other individuals out there that can really make a change.
Yeah.
That's something that comes first.
We can help you work together through it, right?
You know, we had an individual come in yesterday, and there was a couple other individuals at our office, other clinicians, and you know, we actually turned them over to another clinician because that clinician was a better fit,
Right.
and could help them make a change.
Yeah.
Our job is not to say, here, we're going to do hypnosis.
Yeah, we're the only way. No.
Yeah. Our job is to help you make a shift and make a change in your life. Because, you know, our slogan on the show is change your life, or change your mind, change your life.
Mm-hmm.
And really, that is a huge, powerful tool that no one addressed. You said it, you know, everybody talks about math and reading and everything else. No one talks about in high school or school of how you can do this.
Yeah, no one talks about your mental health or your own emotional well-being, and it's just as important.
And next week, we're going to be talking about memory. So this is Hypno Life. I'm Dr. William Deihl.
And I'm Dr. Jennifer Couldry from Doc Hypnosis Wellness Center. You can reach us at 602-314-1907.
Or go to dochypnosis.com. You're listening to us on 1100 KFNX, the pulse of Arizona. And as I said, next week, we are going to be talking about memory. Have you ever walked into a room and wondered why you walked in there? Well, we're going to be talking about that and that mystery.
Yep. See you next week.